Hey, so lately I've been thinking about how I can learn more about the startup ecosystem, as well as producing content. And I thought that I'm going to do this as a trial, where I would go through the YC site and just look at the recent startups. So this is the startup directory, as you can see. I'm gonna go to the most recent batch. Yeah, I'm just gonna, I guess, sort by default, right? Just go through the startups and just see what they're about and try to, I guess, like, present them in a fair way. So the first one is Ala- Alacrity. It's an AI-based account takeover prevention platform. So let's see. We are building a safer internet. Account takeovers remain a problem, despite, I don't know, all the fraud. Okay, so they're fighting fraud. That's uh that's their message. Let's see. We have two founders, Omar Draz and Anderton Hisia. Sorry if I messed up your name. And they're from DoorDash. So it's an anti-account takeover platform. So Alacrity helps companies prevent ATOs, which is account takeovers, by giving every company a suite of multi-factor authentication capabilities that give companies security and their customers a great experience. So what's the problem? Just several weeks ago, Citibank got sued, and the NY Attorney General's office, no, by the NY Attorney General's office for insufficient ATO protections. This comes as a wave of increasing regulation and consumer scrutiny on the responsibility the companies have to protect their customers. And thanks to generative AI, account takeovers are becoming easier with attacks growing by 354% year over year in 2023. While they're so how do we so what are they solving here? Let's see. So it's an enterprise level fraud detection prevention software. Okay, interesting, interesting. So it's a fraud prevention software. All right, so they were DoorDash employees before. Interesting, interesting. All right, let's watch
I'm
this
here to
video.
help you with the login. I'm here to help you with the login attempt we detected. Can I confirm whether you're trying to log in right now or have received any unexpected requests to share verification codes?
Yeah, someone called saying they're from Google and wanted me to give them a code, but wasn't sure what was going on.
Thank you for letting us know. This situation seems suspicious, and to protect your account, we won't authorize this login.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So what are their features? Let's see. I wonder what's the difference between device-based authentication and outbound-based authentication. Let's see. Well, of course, device-based authentication would just be a hardware-based authentication, right? And here, okay. All right, interesting. I definitely see a use case here. Well, what am I to judge, right? I'm the novice here, I'm the beginner. Um, but I do see how they've identified a problem that a lot of different enterprises have. Also, like these are like enterprises that have money to spend, because they're like safeguarding something valuable, and with yeah, and then they're just like attaching AI to it, right? Because uh, I mean, yeah, with the recent advancements in LLMs, there's been an explosion of intelligence, and so the the people who do fraud become more sophisticated, but the people that protect clients from fraud also become more sophisticated. So this is like the back and forth. All right, interesting. All right, that was let's see, this is 7 minutes in. We did one. Yeah, maybe I might try to do like 5 minutes per. I might try to put a little timer on the screen and have like a 5 minute review of each of the companies. Well, let's see, that might be whatever. Uh, so it's Alacrity, it's B2B. What does that mean again? Business to business, probably. Yeah, business to business. And there's healthcare and therapeutics for ParcelBio. Let's see what they are doing. So it's the next generation mRNA medicines. Okay, I just read that. I feel like a lot of it just went over my head. Cause that, all right. Let me, so ParcelBio is developing a programmable technology to safely and specifically deliver mRNA to diverse cell types in the body. Our proprietary technology, which we call STAMP, stabilizes the mRNA and utilizes an interchangeable lock and key like targeting mechanism, which enables fully customizable mRNA medicines. Okay. Interesting. So the COVID vaccine was an mRNA therapeutic. And while I don't know the details about how vaccines are developed, I do remember hearing that the COVID vaccine was it was a the method in which they implemented the vaccine was innovative, and I assume that, this innovation is related to it was an mRNA therapeutic. And so the problem is is the delivery. So to safely and efficiently deliver an mRNA therapeutic requires a delivery vehicle that imparts two features: stability and targeting. All right, and their solution is called STAMP, stabilization and targeting by aniline mRNA to parcel oligos. Right. I feel a little dumb trying to read that. All right, so since this is in biotech, I feel like a lot of the references I don't have the references, right? Whereas even though I don't know much about fraud, I kind of like get the gist of things, right? I like actually have contact. So does everybody of like, multi-factor authentication, or just like or having suspecting that like a person is logged into my account when they shouldn't have, yada yada yada. But with this stuff, I really have like no references. Anyways, so these are the two CEOs. Fucking hardcore, dude. Hardcore. I got some LinkedIn messages. What? Whatever. All right. 12 minutes. On to the next one. Case. All right. Let me I think I'm gonna try to do 2 or 3 of these more. All right. Open source humanoid or robots. All right. This is something I have a bit more references to. All right. So we're building humanoid robots to do most of what you find boring or tedious. We have an open source design which we are releasing to the public, which is capable of walking, talking, and manipulating objects. Interesting.
A true Silicon Valley garage startup in Palo Alto, like a few blocks from HP.
A humanoid just having that's Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben, founder of Payscale Labs. We're building humanoid robots. That we're gonna open source this, so the goal is to have a humanoid robot that anyone can make and just have in their house, and hopefully in a few years there's billions of these. That's the goal.
So you started 2 months ago.
Yeah, so I got into YC, and Matt and I had met like a week before I got into YC, and we hit it off, and I was like, hey Matt, I told YC I'm going to build a humanoid robot. You want to move to California with us, or with me, and work on it? And then I was like, yeah, sure. And so we kind of got started. moved into this place January 17th. So we had to clean out the whole garage because this was all unwalkable.
And you used to work at Tesla?
Yeah, I worked on the Tesla autopilot team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is also the Optimus team as well, or are they separate teams still?
It at the time it was kind of like Optimus was getting started, so all the perception team was formed out of the autopilot team.
Yeah.
So yeah, I worked on one of the models that was one of the first like foundation models that went into the Optimus.
Very cool.
Yeah, the occupancy network.
So what's the state?
So this is
All right, so they're building the world's first open source general purpose humanoid robot. In recent years, domains like NLP and computer vision have benefited enormously from a bitter lesson: the general methods that are able to leverage. Wow, that's amazing. Oh my god. Oof. All right, this definitely has the wow factor. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Man, I don't know what to say, man. That this is something that I haven't been exposed to before, like open sourcing a multi-purpose robot and printing it with a 3D printer, right, for under 10K. That sounds really exciting, right? It oozes the future, right? Um, all right. Let me do two more, and then yeah, and then that'll be the end of this start. Let me do Mar Labs, and Forge Rewards. Let's see what's up with this. All right, Mar Labs, and AI voice agents that are indistinguishable from humans. I feel like they're Mar Labs and Alacrity are like gonna be fighting, right? All right, interesting. You know what? I don't have That's gonna be the end of this trial. Yeah, I do think that this idea has a bit of potential of kind of like an expose of startups at YC. About a month ago, I had an idea about making a podcast called Nick Talk Startups, where I interview founders. However, organizing interviews with founders is like tough, right? It takes a lot of time and effort. You have to like message a lot of people, and it's annoying, right? However, I do want to add value to the startup ecosystem in some way, as well as talking to founders. I would like to interview founders. That is a skill that I would like to develop. It's just the reaching out and then like it working out like 1% of the time. That is something I'm not interested in. However, examining YC startups on my own, and doing, I guess, a sort of like expose on them does seem like a good idea that I can do on my own, right? That I don't need to talk to other people about this, and they might appreciate it. Yeah. So this, I think this has some type of yeah. Anyways, that's the end of that. I like this idea. Um, tell me what if anybody's watching. Tell me what you think. And yeah, yeah. This is exciting too.